Hey human Latiocytes, so this is LatiosAzurill and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Diamond Richlocke. Last time, we had some spooky adventures at night. This time, well, we're gonna do some, I'm guessing, less spooky stuff. So, first of all, I'm actually gonna fly to the other end of the Pokemon League. As you can see, we actually did a little bit of grinding. Not very much at all. Just enough so our Pokemon can get closer to their next levels. I didn't want anyone to actually level up, though. So, that's pretty much that. I also did a little bit of running around with the Manaphy egg off-screen. I didn't do it on-screen because I figured there's really no reason to. Mike already had all of his PowerPoints, so it wasn't like it didn't matter that he went into the PC temporarily. Alright, so we have a Medicham up here. I'm gonna go into Nathan. Let's do this. Alright, you are going to high jump kick. Oh god. Nathan, you can live that, right? That did damage. Wow, okay. Let's Dragon Claw. Dragon Rush is probably gonna miss if I go for that. I need this thing to miss its next high jump kick, assuming that we don't KO it, which we should. Yeah, we're gonna KO this thing. We got it. We got this. Alright, so Lucky is gonna gain some experience. Nathan is gonna grow to level 58! Nice job, Nathan. What? Nathan is evolving again. Nice! So there we go. Congratulations, Nathan evolved into Garchomp! So we are now a team with a Garchomp. That's convenient. Definitely convenient. We have a pseudo-legendary. Alright. There is a Graveler among us. Okay, I don't think Lucky can really handle that, to be honest. I'm gonna go into Pablo. Watch this thing end up exploding on us. I prefer that not to happen, but you never know. And it's going to Rock Blast. Okay, that's gonna hit a few times. Not gonna do very much damage, but you know, it's a Graveler. It's not that great. Okay, so let's just Waterfall it up. So, that is going to do some damage, and Graveler is going to go down. Nice, alright, and Pablo is going to gain some experience, Nathan's going to gain some experience, Lucky's going to get some experience. You know what, for right this second, I'm actually going to take the experience share off of Nathan. Just so Nathan doesn't take all the experience from everyone else. Alright, so we found a Steelix. Alright. Lucky, I'd leave you in and all, but I think we're better off switching. So let's do this. Pablo is probably our most equipped Pokemon to handle a Steelix. Aside from Mike. Mike could probably handle this as well, especially with that crunch, but you know. I still think Pablo can do this pretty easily. I mean, it's a special stab, super effective crit. That is overkill. The crit definitely didn't matter right there, but with that, Steelix is going to go down, and Lucky grew to level 56. Nice. What? Lucky is evolving! Congratulations! Lucky evolved into Chansey! Alright. I mean, I love Happiny and all, but I have a feeling that we're probably gonna end up getting a little bit more use, probably, out of Lucky as a Chansey rather than a Happiny. Especially Eviolite doesn't exist here, so we're probably better off going a step further. But we'll get there. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna run into another wild Pokemon, aren't we? It's a Steelix this time. Again! So many Steelix. So many of them. Alright. I don't think it's worth it to Sweet Kiss and then try to let it kill itself. We're not gonna be able to do any real damage. I'm gonna go into Mike. Instead of letting Pablo get that much further ahead of everyone else experience-wise. Because Pablo is getting a little too much ahead in levels. I'd rather keep it a little more balanced on the team, so I guess what's gonna happen's gonna happen. Alright. We found an Onyx. Okay. Well, I guess that's more experience for us. I think Mike can handle it. Unfortunately, Lucky isn't exactly the most equipped Pokemon to actually do any attacking. Lucky is very good for surviving. Other than that, you know, she's just kinda there, but, you know, I think we can actually groom her to be a useful asset to the team if we work on that. But we'll get there. So, hey there, Marley. Okay. We're gonna have to give someone strength, aren't we? Of course. Okay. You know what? I might as well give it to Nathan, because he does have the spare move slot. I could give it to Lucky, actually. Huh. I can't imagine that being very helpful, but... I don't see her physical attack, but it's definitely not high. Strength is definitely a step up from Pound, but it's still kind of pointless. Also, there's no reason for me to have her up front right here. Okay, well, I guess we have some trainers to battle, don't we? I think I'd rather divide and conquer, though. First, I might as well battle a pair of wild Pokemon, just because I'd like the chance of healing up before we battle the trainers. They're gonna get intimidated. Unfortunately, we do have this fog to deal with. I say unfortunately because, yeah, I don't like dealing with fog. The only good side, the only silver lining here is that the opponents also have to deal with the fog. Alright, we're gonna get a Helping Hand boost here, so we might be able to OHKO everything. On the other hand, that might include the Arcanine. So we might end up one-shotting the Arcanine from its own Helping Hand boost. Okay, it was obvious we were gonna one-shot the Golbat. That kind of goes without saying. This is going to do some serious damage to the Arcanine. Okay, it's not going to KO. And Metachan's going to avoid the attack. That thing better not high jump kick on Squires. That would kind of suck. And you're going to Power Trick. Alright. Okay, then that's your choice. I'm going to Swift, just because I want to land something. And I'm kind of concerned we're going to miss otherwise. Because this fog is kind of a pain. Moves like Swift and Aerial Ace are kind of your best friend when you're in the fog. You're going to reversal, and you're going to miss. That is actually great, because you are relatively low on HP. So let's go for another Swift. We're going to get Helping Hand boosted. I think I'd rather the Arcanine actually do some work for itself, though. Though on the bright side, Helping Hand is definitely more accurate in the the fog. So, I guess take it with a grain of salt. She's gonna do what she thinks is best, and it's that simple. Alright, we have two Ace Trainers to battle. I could have divided and conquered, but you know, I might do that if things don't look very good for us in this battle. We'll see. So you have a Pachirisu. That actually sucks. Alright, I need the Arcanine to handle the Pachirisu. Because I can't do anything to the Pachirisu, unfortunately. Being a Pachirisu and all. Now, the nice thing is we do have some levels on these, so that is at least a good thing. Arcanine, why couldn't you attack the Pachirisu? I bet you we're gonna miss, too. Okay, we're gonna land our Spark. That should easily take down the Bibarel. That should take down the Bibarel. It's 1.5 boosted stab, super effective, goodbye. The Pachirisu is probably going to do something I'm not going to like. Alright, well, Squire's going to go to level 68. And you're going to charm, you're going to miss though. Alright. Next up is going to be a Rapidash. I think I need to take care of the Rapidash before I take care of the Pachirisu. We're gonna miss, of course. Can Arcanine do some work? Super Fang. Okay, luckily you're going for the Arcanine, not me. Because Super Fang is kind of a problem. Alright, so you're gonna jump. That, okay, bouncing is... I'm not afraid of a bounce. We do resist that. I'm afraid of a Spark. I'm going to Swift it up because I can't really attack the the Rapidash anyway. Kind of funny, it's a Pachirisu and a Kanto Fire type versus a Pachirisu and a Kanto Fire type. Yeah, we're not doing any damage to this thing. Rapidash is obviously going to avoid that being in the air. You're going to Super Fang. You really want to get rid of that Arcanine, don't you? I can't believe they just tag-teamed on the Arcanine. That didn't do any damage, but you are going to get the Para. Alright. They just tag-teamed on the Arcanine. Okay. I'm going to Spark on the Rapidash, because I need to get them... If I can take down everything but the Pachirisu, then... Alright, that Rapidash is gone. There's no way it's living the Spark. 1.5 boosted. It's not living. There's no way. Yeah, alright, you're going down. But still, Arcanine is practically useless. The only thing I have going for me there is it's a decoy. Yeah, you're gonna go for a Super Fang. That really sucks. Because that's gonna lose us half of our health. Good thing is Super Fang can't kill. Beautifly is gonna come out. I need to get rid of that Beautifly. So all I can do is just Spark it up. If we land this Spark, Beautifly's gone. If we land this Spark, that Beautifly goes down. We're gonna miss, though. You're gonna go for another Super Fang on us, aren't you? Yes, you are. Beautifly, don't you dare attack Squires. Beautifly, don't you dare attack Squires. Of course you're gonna attack Squires. Come on, Squires, live! Alright, we're gonna live that, but I'm switching out now. I am definitely switching out. I don't think you're gonna predict the switch. If you do predict the switch, then kudos. But I need... I have to go into Nathan. Because I don't know what else I can do right here. Arcanine, why would you... Marley, why would you go for the Helping Hand? Of course you're gonna do that. Now we're gonna be confused, aren't we? Alright. Marley, I need you to actually attack for once. I need you to actually attack the Pachirisu. Or the... I'll take an attack from anything, really. I'm gonna Dragon Claw on this on the Beautifly. If I can get rid of that, half of our problems are taken care of. Because it'll be a 2-on-1 battle at that point. Nathan, don't hurt yourself. Nathan, why do you have to be so confused? And you're gonna do some serious damage to yourself, aren't you? This fog is a pain. This fog is so much of a pain. We can't land... We just can't land anything. We just can't land a thing. Alright. Nathan's gonna hurt himself, I guarantee. Yeah, like I said. Nathan can't even tell front from back, left from right. Charm... On the bright side, I'll hurt himself less. On the other hand, I can't do anything. Alright. We're still confused as you... Okay. Luckily, Arcanine is actually gonna do something useful. Hopefully that takes it down. It's stab, it's super effective. Yeah, that thing's going down. Nathan at this point is pretty much at a point where... I mean... I don't even know what to tell you. I'm just gonna go for a dig. Arcanine's paralyzed, of course. Nathan's gonna hurt himself, let's face it. No, we're gonna dig. Pachirisu doesn't get Earthquake, so at least he can't attack us right now. You're also not gonna charm us again. Alright. Nathan, snap out of confusion already. No, you're gonna... Oh, you're gonna land your dig! Wow, okay. That's not gonna KO, because it's Pachirisu, and, you know, we're -2. No, that's gonna KO. Alright. Well, I figured being -2 would actually make a difference, but, you know. That's good. That's definitely good. Right, Lucky's gonna go to level 57. Nice. We're still technically confused, so that's kind of... Are you kidding me? Is this a joke? Alright, I'm going into Mike. I'm gonna laugh if this thing goes for Healing Wish. I'm just gonna laugh if it goes for Healing. I don't even know if it gets Healing Wish. I don't even remember if Healing Wish is even in 4th gen. But... No, you're gonna Light Screen. That is perfectly fine. Because we're just gonna Force Palm. Helping Hand would be nice right now. Just saying. Like I said, that's nice. Okay, now we're gonna miss because it's fog and, you know... No, we're not gonna miss! Wow, okay, good job, Mike. Good job, I know I could count on you. So that is going to... Yeah, that's easily gonna KO. One of the big problems with having a Blissey is you don't have very much physical defense, but you do have a lot of special defense and a lot of HP, so that's at least nice. It's kind of, I mean, if you have an Eviolite chance, you can probably live some physical hits, but not without its risks. Alright, luckily this is not 6th gen, so we don't have to worry about that fairy typing to resist our Force Palm. I can just go for a Force Palm. It's stab. We're gonna miss. We're going to miss. You're gonna Aqua Tail, go on the Arcanine, even though that's gonna lose us the Arcanine, so we no longer have this decoy next to us. But we're gonna survive and thrive and continue, which is something. There's definitely something to say for that. But unfortunately, you're gonna attack us now. And we're gonna keep missing! What is up? What is up with this? Luckily, you're missing too, but still, this is a move that shouldn't miss. And it's missing 3 times. Aqua Tail at least has a low accuracy. The Light Screen's gone. I'm going for an Aura Sphere now. This will at least land. If nothing else, so... Might not do that much, but at least it's guaranteed to hit. Alright. That is gonna do... That's actually gonna do a nice chunk of damage. And you're gonna keep missing. Nice. Alright, the fog is deep. I should give someone defog. I should just give someone defog at this point. This is what they call pathetic. Alright. At least the Azurill is gonna go down. So at least we have that going for us. There we go! With that we defeated Micah and Brandy. That was way more complicated than it should have been. What? Lucky is evolving again! I think she likes us. Congratulations! Lucky evolved into Blissey! Awesome. Alright, so now we have a Blissey on our team. And I think I'm going to use a Super Repel only because we are running into too many wild Pokemon, and it's becoming a pain. The good thing is we do have a fully evolved team, more or less. I mean, one exception, but for all intents and purposes. For all intents and purposes, we are done with evolution, so let's use a repel. Alright. Is there a reason they put like 3 strength rocks there in a row? Are you kidding me? Okay. I'm just gonna divide and conquer here. We're not gonna get healed after this battle, but I'd rather take on Landon one at a time. Oh, Landon and the other Psychic one at a time, just because of how insane that last battle went. Alright, I'm going to Swift it up because I want to actually land something for once. I would rather actually land hits rather than miss. That's actually going to do some damage. You're going to roleplay, so you think you're Apache Risu? So you want to pick something up. Okay. You want pickup? Have pickup. I don't even care. But I recommend if you're a mime like that, you're going to really want to polish up your pickup lines. Alright, so with that, Mr. Mime is going to go down, so that's going to defeat this Psychic for us. That wasn't too bad. And we don't even need to heal up right now. We can just move on to the next guy. As I was saying, we really have no reason to worry about healing between these battles. Kadabra. That's a little bit scarier than the Mime. Just a little bit. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm gonna go for a Spark, only because I'd rather hit it on the physical side. I know it's less accurate, but anything is less accurate than Swift. Unless you're talking about Aura Sphere or, Aerial Ace. Or Shockwave. But, well... you know, they're just as accurate. So we're gonna miss this Spark, probably. No, we're not. Okay, Squires, nice. Nice job. Alright, so Kadabra's gonna go down. So this isn't too bad. When we're doing single battles, these seem a lot easier, to be honest. It's amazing how much easier the single battles are than the double battles. Alright, there is an item right here. But I can't get to it and this item. We got another Dusk Stone. I keep on finding these shiny stones, these Dusk Stones that Squires ends up holding. So I guess it means a little less to me that we just found one right now. So we're gonna take on this veteran Terrell, who has a Cricketune. Alright. Well, I think the best bet is to probably just go for a Swift, because you're probably not gonna land a Spark. No, that's not doing enough damage. You're gonna X-Scissor, we're gonna miss. I think our best chance then is just going for a stab hit. I'm gonna Spark it up. We're probably gonna miss. We are gonna miss. You're gonna X-Scissor. That's gonna land. I think I might have to just switch out into Mike. I mean, it didn't do too much damage, but you have more special defense than I'd rather you have. This charge would definitely do more damage being stab and all, but the spark should... No, you're not gonna... You don't want to go down yet. You're gonna aerial ace. That is perfectly fine with me. You clearly want to land it, but you just resisted, so it's your problem. I think a Swift should handle you at this point. Swift will be more than enough. Alright. Adios, Cricketoon. Thanks for playing. Alright. The fog is deep. Alright, next up is Quagsire. That's a little less fun. A little bit less fun. Alright, let's go with... I guess Charlie. Charlie at least is immune to one stab and neutral the other. Guess I could have gone Pablo, but I think Charlie could use some experience. Also, we do have a guaranteed hit on here. We do have Aerial Ace. I'm not going to risk going for close combat unless I pretty much have to. Just because it's risky. If we don't KO it, then Charlie is a sitting, I guess in this case, bird. Not necessarily a duck, but practically a sitting duck. Okay, next up is gonna be a Gengar. Might as well just stay in. There's really no reason to switch out. You know what I could do? I could actually give Flamethrower to Lucky so we'd have fire coverage, even though it wouldn't do very much damage to anything. But at least be able to actually land some fire moves. I don't know. Just an idea. Alright, we have to take on this guy. I'm gonna put Charlie up front because this guy's probably gonna have some fighting Pokemon. And did she heal us, or were we just at full health at the end of the battle? I don't even know. I really don't care. Alright, Charlie, you're up. The fog is deep, but we can handle it. There's not too much here that we can't handle, so she does heal us up even when from single battles. That's actually good to know. So, I kind of like the idea of doing these in single battles more than doubles, just because it's a little bit safer. There are some of them we're probably going to have to do in double battles, but I'd rather hold off on that. Alright, this Machamp could have no guard. We should outspeed it, so it shouldn't matter. If it doesn't, then we're going for Aerial Ace just in case. I don't remember, is no guard even in 4th gen? I want to say it is. I think it is. I really don't care, to be honest. We're going to take this thing down. I need to stab Aerial Ace for this thing. It doesn't want to take it, so it's not gonna. Alright. So with that, we defeated Black Belt Eddie. Alright. Great! Another team of ace trainers. Divide and conquer. Bird Pokemon. Well, I could have probably let off with Squires then. So it's not an ace trainer, you've got a Murkrow. I think we can handle it though. Eviolite Murkrow is a pain, but Eviolite's not a thing now, so... At least not here. So we can just Aerial Ace. On the bright side, we're getting experience, and that's definitely invaluable. Alright. Murkrow is going to go down. Probably going to gain some levels at some point. Fog is deep, of course. Honchkrow. Now it's going to get real. Squires, you're holding something. I should probably take that item from you. Either way, you're up. I think a discharge would be more than enough to handle this thing. Maybe a spark. I don't know. Probably gonna miss. No, we're not gonna miss. We're gonna land this. That thing's going down. I am pretty confident that thing's not living a discharge. I'm fairly confident. We are slightly over-leveled for this place, I think, but I don't know what to tell you. That was the only way I could really handle the whole, well, grinding thing. The only way I could really grind was by using the experience share for the most part. Alright, Dragon Tamer. You've got a Gabite. We had a Gabite earlier. Not so much anymore, but, you know. Alright, we have 9 levels on this thing, and we got the Intimidate down. So, I'm pretty confident. Pretty confident. The only question is, do I want to go into Nathan for your Garchomp, which you'll probably end up having. Don't get a crit right now. Okay. I don't know if I actually want to go into Nathan for your inevitable Garchomp. I'm pretty sure you have a Garchomp. I could be wrong. I could very well be wrong. But I still think I'd rather play it safe. And you have a Gyarados. It's not a Garchomp, it's a Gyarados. Alright, well in that case Squires is definitely the optimal choice. You're going to Intimidate us, so Discharge is the obvious move. The Spark might still do enough. I'd rather not use it at -1. You are going to avoid the attack. Wow. You know what? Thank you so much. That is the best thing you could have done for me. I understand it's technically really bad because now you can go for a Hydro Pump in the rain and that's really going to be a problem for me. But now I can Discharge. It's going to land. No more fog. No more tears. I guess more tears because, you know, it's raining. But, you know, it's raining indoors, so that's kind of cool. No more fog, and you're going down. So yes, Rain Dance was the dumbest move you could have gone for. I guess Sandstorm would have been dumber, but I don't think Gyarados can get Sandstorm, so, you know, whatever. Alright. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Alright, what did we just pick up? Full heal. Okay, I think I'm just gonna battle these two both at the same time. This is obviously something I'm gonna regret, but I think Marley could use a battle for once. It's too bad her Arcanine doesn't have Sunny Day, and if it does have Sunny Day, then I am really mad at her for not ever using it. I see a Chingling and a Giraffe and a half. I think I'm gonna go for the Giraffe and a half. I think. Because that is probably a bigger threat. I bet you we're gonna miss, too. We're gonna get a Helping Hand boost, so that's gonna do some damage. We're probably gonna miss, my luck. No, we're not gonna miss, but it's still probably not gonna KO. Although it is boosted. And it's Stab. Yeah, you're gonna live. Okay, we're gonna avoid the Psychic. I don't know if you were attacking me. Attack the Arcanine, please. Thank you. Alright. I think the Uproar is gonna keep attacking the Arcanine, so I think we're safe to just go for the Girafarig. We're gonna miss. Of course the Arcanine's going to attack the Chingling, which is the lesser threat. And it's going to OHKO with a crit. Well, you don't want to mess with Arcanine. You just don't mess with Arcanine. It's one of those rules of nature. And you had a Psychic me, of course. The damage. Alright. Next up is going to be a Chimecho. Slightly more concerned now. I'm slightly more concerned. I'm genuinely concerned now. I'm gonna go for a Discharge. I'm sorry I'm about to discharge on the Helping Hand onto the Arcanine itself. it's gonna get hit by his own helping hand boosted hit. That's gonna hurt. We didn't get the para on it, so that's at least nice, but the giraffe rig is gonna go down. I kind of had to hit it. I had to take down the giraffe rig somehow. I could have sparked it, but I also wanted to do damage to the chime echo. We did a little bit. Hopefully the that chime echo doesn't attack me. It is going to attack me. Squires, you can live a hit from a chime echo, right? You can live a hit from a chime echo. I'm concerned you might not live another one, especially if it crits, but I'm going to discharge just because I believe in you. Alright, Arcanine's probably going down, but so is the chime echo. No, Arcanine's living. Nice, okay. Not that it makes a difference to me, to be honest. Really doesn't make a difference to me. I know I'm a horrible person, but I kind of have to do what I have to do. And I felt like Discharge would do better on the Chime Echo than Spark would do. And my primary concern is Squires, not the Arcanine. Alright, we have a fighter coming up. I'm going to take on you first, and then we'll take on the fighter guy, the black belt, whatever you want to call him. Alright, you're a veteran. You've got a Purugly. Honestly, I want to go for a close combat. But I'm afraid if I might want to stay in. We do have the Intimidate down on you, so you're probably not going to do too much to us unless you go for a Slash and get a crit, which is the most likely thing you're going to do, but I'm just going to go for an Aerial Ace and hope for the best. This way at least we'll definitely land it. That fat cat is going down. That fat cat is going down. Alright, Charlie's going to go to level 66. That is nice. And next up, this fog is annoying, is going to be Graveler. Pablo is no doubt the best option. I have no doubt in my mind Pablo is the best option for this. Pablo hasn't been doing much battling today, actually, so, you know, it's kind of nice to let him have a chance to shine, I think. He's been doing so much battling in this journey that, you know, it's kind of weird not to use him. Alright, so Graveler is going down. Alright, next up is going to be a Golbat. I'm just going to stay in. We can handle that. Probably just Ice Beam. And we do have the Ice Beam. No, you're going to Air Slash. I bet you're going to get a flinch, too. I bet you're going to get the flinch. You are going to get the flinch. Alright, well, you know what? 30%, I believe, is... I mean, it's a thing. Pluck. Okay. What, are you going to pluck that Eviolite off of me? I don't even have an Eviolite, so it doesn't exist. Ha! Joke's on you. It's an Everstone. Alright. Okay, we're gonna land our Ice Beam, and that is gonna do some damage. Super effective. You're not living. You're not living. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Golbat. You gotta go down. You must faint so Pablo can live. Alright. I don't know why there need to be so many trainers here. There are just so many of them. It's crazy. Alright, Black Belt Willy. I'm sorry, I don't know how to take a Black Belt seriously when he goes by the name Willy. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a horrible person. Alright, Onyx, I think the best move is to just close combat. We're probably gonna miss my... No, we're not. Okay, we're gonna land our close combat. That's nice. Only because we're not gonna get any damage down with an Aerial Ace. Sturdy is not in its 5th gen format, so we got this. Definitely we've got this. Alright. Of course, now you're gonna go into a fighting type probably that I'm gonna want to keep in Charlie for. Machamp, yeah. And I can't switch out because I have no one really better to go into. So we just need to not fail to KO this thing. Aerial Ace at least is guaranteed to land, even though we're at -1 defense. So, let's put it this way. If we don't KO this thing, Charlie is not going to want to take a Stone Edge. Alright, that thing's going down. Charlie does not want to take a Stone Edge to the face at -1, but you know what? We're going to take that. With that, we're going to get the victory, so good job. Oh, I think we made it. Oh, this is it! There's a stone tablet ahead. I wanted to see the Pokemon that visits it, that's all. I appreciate your escorting me. Just a little. Wow, that's not very nice. Okay. Just a little. After we helped you to get through this place, and you're not even that, grateful at all? That's a little bit, ungrateful. Okay, well. Here we are at Route 224. Okay. Lift Charlie up front, just because he can do some damage here. There are some people that are going on a battle. This route is actually really cool. It's like a, it's practically like a mini version of Sinnoh itself. There's like, you have the beach area, you have the water. You got it all. Does that guy even turn around, or do we have to battle him? We don't have to battle him, I suppose. Okay, let's try surfing to get around this place. Ooh, okay, that item isn't worth it, let's face it. Oh, hey, look, it's Professor Oak. Hi there, Professor Oak.
Ah, LatiosAzurill, it's good to see you. Without any further ado, I'd like to examine this stone tablet. Something just like it was also discovered in the Kanto region. I want to ask for your help in solving the mystery behind this. I tried deciphering the engravings on this stone tablet. Apparently it is for a trainer to engrave their thoughts after growing as a person through adventure. A trainer fitting that description would be you. That's why I'm asking you for your help. You've met many people in Pokemon and experienced many things that shaped you into the person you are. I wanted you to sincerely tell me who affected you the most. Tell me, to whom do you most want to say your thanks?
Well... honestly, I want to say in this journey, Pablo was helpful, but I want to thank you guys, the human Latiosites. I can't fit human Latiosites, so I'm going to try to fit Latiosites. Because without you guys, we wouldn't have made it anywhere. So let's say the Latiosites. There we go. Latiosites. To all of you human Latiosites watching, I want to thank you guys so much. Really. And I really mean it.
You most want to express your thanks to the human Latiosites. You're absolutely certain of it?
Yeah. I'm absolutely certain. Let Shaman be my witness. Speaking of Shaman... That just happened.
What was that Pokemon? Is it somehow connected to the stone tablet? Where did that Pokemon go? Its destination is intriguing.
I think Marley would have liked to see that. So the Latiosites, to whom I give my thanks. Alright, well I suppose it is up to us to go check that out. I see Oakleft. Alright, well, what are you gonna do? You know what, I'm gonna put Lucky up front. And let's go! So here we are at Seabreak Path. We got a long way to go, I think. Don't we? So peaceful, so serene. Alright. So here we are at the Flower Paradise. Hey there, Shaman. Let's do this. I think I'm gonna go for a quick ball, and then I'll see what I can do with, I guess, sweet kissing it. Let's do this. So with that, here we go against the mythical Shaman. Alright. Level 30. I think we can handle this. I really think we can handle this. Let's do this. I'm gonna go for a quick ball, and then from there we'll make a decision. Okay, so quick ball it up. Come on, Shaman, stay in the ball, please, otherwise I have to weaken you. Which I'm okay with weakening you, but... Alright, nice. We're gonna catch it in a quick ball. That is awesome. So with that, we have captured Shaman. Quick balls are really good, actually. Alright, so... It is my favorite legendary, mythical, whatever Pokemon, which is kind of nice. I do prefer the Sky form, of course, but... I still do like that little hedgehog land form. So it's the Gratitude Pokemon. It's a grass type. It lives in flower patches and avoids detection by curling up to look like the flowering plant. Alright, let's give you a nickname. I'm gonna name you... I don't think I want to name it Thanky. Nah, I'm gonna name you... It's a good name for a Shaman. You know what? I'm gonna get so much hate for probably not coming up with a good name, so... I'm going to name you... You know what? The Skyform isn't even a thing in this game. You're a hedgehog. So I am gonna actually name you... Sonic. I know. I am such a creative person right now. I am so creative. We caught you in a quick ball, which is pretty fast. So you know what? It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes too much sense, actually. Alright. So, wow, this route just extended big time. Or should I say we just... the landmass expanded. Alright. So here we are at Snow Point City. Our Pokemon are pretty much all healed up, so... I don't think we did any battling since we healed up last. So, we're gonna need to take some Pokemon of our team. So we actually have right here in Box 2 some Pokemon from, if you remember the Emerald Skylock, we have Doug, Curtis, and Don, the Reggie trio. They are here from Emerald, so they are actually going to temporarily join our team. So, let's let them. So, I'm going to temporarily take you out, temporarily take you out, and I'll temporarily take, I guess you. Sorry guys, don't worry, you'll be back. They will return to the team. They will. Don't worry. It's just that I need to, I need them on the team in order to actually do this. So, let's go. Hopefully things go well. If they don't, then we're in trouble. Only the chosen may enter the Snow Point Temple. I'm sorry, but you'll have to leave. I will I? Oh, hey, Candace. It's okay, you can let that person in. Cynthia sent me the word. You're working on a Pokedex, aren't you? There should be many rare Pokemon in the temple. Enjoy your exploring. Alright, here we go into the Snow Point Temple then. Alright, I'm going to use Repel. And let's just go on our way. I know there are some items we can find in here, but I'm less concerned with the items and more concerned with making our way through here. But we did find a calcium. I can sell that for some money. And money is useful. Got little ice puzzles. I'm always happy to see ice puzzles. Require you to think a little bit. I don't think we need Rock Smash in here, so we should be okay. I mean, I could probably always give it to one of the Reggies. Technically, they're the Golems, but I don't like calling them the Golems only because there's a Pokemon called Golem, which can lead to some confusion. So I usually just call them the Reggie trio. Okay, what am I supposed to do right now? I want to go this way, up and around, up and down. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta start running, and you'll eventually get somewhere. I don't have strength on me, so I'm not gonna pick up that item. It's probably a good item, but I don't really care enough. Alright, there's Regigigas. Let's do this. I'm gonna go up and around. That didn't work out. Okay. Huh. Okay. That goes this way. I feel like this is the right way. There we go. So I guess we're going to be taking on this big statue. In fact, we can actually walk next to it. And just, you know, it's just standing on us. That hurts. It's heavy. Don't do that. It's actually pretty painful. It's a statue of a Pokemon. It seems to exude power. So we read the engraved writing. A body of rock, a body of ice, a body of steel. When it gathers the three Pokemon, the king shall appear. Alright, so with that, here we go against the legendary Regigigas. Alright, this is gonna be a problem for us. I assure you this is gonna be painful. I think, alright, we have the Intimidate down, that is good. It is slow, but slow start. I'm gonna go for a Quick Ball and hope for the best. We're probably not gonna catch it, it is a Regigigas, but then again, we caught Shaman in a Quick Ball, so hey, you never know. Come on, stay in the ball, please. You are slow. Come on, yes! Quick Balls are so powerful. Alright. See, the one time I don't go for a Quick Ball or a Dusk Ball, I end up missing with the Pokeball. So, you know. You get what you gotta expect. I don't know. So there's an enduring legend that states this Pokemon towed continents with ropes. It's the colossal Pokemon of the normal type, Regigigas. Alright, I will be giving you a nickname, shall I? Alright, I'm gonna call you... I'm gonna call you... King... I'm gonna call you King Power. So... King Power is gonna go to the PC. Alright. We have an escape rope, correct? We have a few of them, actually. Alright. That works. That definitely works. So, let's head to... I guess the fight area. I don't know why, but, you know, whatever. Let's get our team back. So we have King Power. That's nice, I guess. Alright, let's take out Lucky. Alright, Doug, I'll put you here with the illegal ones. I mean, they're not illegal per se, they're just not here. Well, they weren't captured in a legal manner because they weren't our first encounters. So, you know, you are technically from Emerald, so... Take you guys out. Alright. And... you have King Power. We also have this egg, so you know what? I'll put King Power here then. Let's actually work on hatching this egg, because, you know, no reason not to. So, let's do this. Repel, we're off. Okay. Is this egg anywhere near hatching? I feel like the egg's probably gonna hatch soon. Looks like Barry's standing there. That's a little bit intimidating, I suppose. Alright, is the egg anywhere near hatching? I did a little bit of walking with it before. Sounds can be heard, so it should be hatching soon. Yeah, there we go. And... so with that, it looks like Manaphy hatched from the egg. Alright. So let's give a nickname to you. I'm going to name you... Prince of the Sea. You know what? I'm going to call you... We had the king. We had King Power, so I'm going to call you... Prince... I don't know, Prince... I mean, C would be way too obvious because you are the Prince of the Sea, but you know, I'm gonna actually name you Prince C. So, Prince C. Because I could have called Regigigas King Land, but then we'd have King Land and Prince C. But, you know, whatever. That's okay. Let's take Mike back into the team. Prince C, you can go over here with the less legal Pokemon. And that is definitely a thing. So, I do see Barry right here, so I'm sure he has something interesting in mind, doesn't he? Well. Put Paddle in the front. Hi there. Hey, LatiosAzurill, you're not the only one who's getting tougher, you know. I'll prove it to you. Get ready to battle. Okay, so with that, here we go against our rival. Alright, so, we're challenged by Pokemon Trainer Barry. He's leading off with the Staraptor. Alright, I think we're gonna have to Ice Beam. I think Ice Beam is probably our best bet here, since we are gonna get, you know, intimidated and all. We do have 10 levels on him, which is convenient enough. I'm gonna Ice Beam. Can we outspeed? We're not gonna outspeed. He's gonna Aerial Ace, which is definitely gonna land. That's gonna do some damage. Definitely gonna do some damage. Oh my god. That actually did about half damage to us. I think I have to switch out. I really think I have to switch out now. Okay. This is not even gonna KO. I need to switch out. Alright, I'm gonna go into Squires. I bet you he's gonna predict he's gonna go for a close combat. I bet you he's gonna predict the switch. I bet he predicts the switch. No, he's gonna Steel Wing. Okay, that is actually a really dumb move on his part. Because there is no one on my team who that would be good for. I am gonna Discharge. That should be good enough. So yeah, the Staraptor is going to go down. Nice job, Squires. Alright. Lucky is grown to level 60. That's good. Alright, next up is going to be Torterra. I think Charlie is the way to go. I mean, if we could outspeed it, Ice Beam would be good, but I'm afraid we wouldn't outspeed it. And if we didn't outspeed it, we don't want to take a Leaf Storm to the face. Also, we do get this Intimidation down on this thing, so I'm gonna Wing Attack, I think. Hopefully that's enough. I really hope that's enough. If it's not enough, then we're in trouble. Alright, go down, Torterra. You don't want to stay up. Yeah, you're going down. Alright. Okay. Next up is going to be a Floatzel. I think Squires is the best bet. So let's do this. Alright. Let's discharge. That should handle this, I would think. I can't imagine this thing living. I can't imagine it living a discharge from Squires. Yeah, you're going down. Alright. So Squires is actually going to grow to level 69. Nice, okay. So we're that much closer to level 70. Alright, next up is going to be Snorlax. That actually scares me. I'm going to go into Mike. I'm really afraid, to be honest, because we need the Force Palm to KO. I would go for Aura Sphere, but this thing does have a lot of special bulk. So Force Palm it is. We just need to KO this. We just need to KO this thing. I don't know what else we could do. I really hope this thing doesn't have counter. I really hope it doesn't have counter. Doesn't even matter, that thing's gonna get KO'd. Alright, good job, Mike. Good job, alright. Next up is gonna be Rapidash. I think I need to actually go with Pablo, even at half health. Alright. Pablo, I need you to somehow... Hopefully that thing doesn't KO us. I don't know how else I can say that. Alright, we do have 9 levels on this thing. I'm gonna go for a Surf. You're gonna try burning me. We're gonna avoid it. Okay, good. I mean, it's a good thing I didn't go for Waterfall if you were gonna land the Will-O-Wisp. Turns out it really doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. So, you are going down. I don't even know why you'd Will-O-Wisp. Might as well just Fire Blast at that rate. Alright, next up is going to be Heracross. I am going to go into Charlie because that just is the safest move. It's that simple. It's the safest move, and I am all for keeping my Pokemon safe when in doubt. Alright. So let's Aerial Ace. And Heracross is going down. Nice job, Charlie. Nice job. That thing is done. Alright. So with that, we defeated Pokemon Trainer Barry. What just went down? You're telling me I lost again? Yeah, and we got 6,400 for winning. It's okay, though. LatiosAzurill, the tougher you get, the tougher we get, too. There's no end to Pokemon, that's what I'm saying. Well, I appreciate your motivation and how you really do have courage to just keep battling, and that is definitely something to inspire me, your friend. Okay, let's go heal up our Pokemon. Now, there are other things we can do, I suppose. I mean, there is a certain other Pokemon we can go after, which we will be going after. But for now, next time we might actually just take a step back and do something else. I don't know. There's this big battle tower here. Gather all ye greatest. Well, maybe we're the greatest, maybe we're not. I don't know, maybe we'll find out next time. So, thank you for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. when we, I guess, try taking on maybe the battle tower. See you guys then. Goodbye.